Cole Davis. I've been told, people have guessed I'm as young as 27. I've had people guess I'm as old as 35. I'm actually in spring or summer of 2018. I've been here 7 years now, 8 years. I was looking for a hobby, and I watched like one UFC fight, and I thought like, oh, kickboxing seems like an interesting hobby. I've never done anything like that. I picked Ten Kicks. I was living in Ballard at the time, and there was a closer gym, but I picked Ten Kicks because there was I went to the Instagram account and I saw that there was people that fought, and I didn't know if I wanted to fight yet, but I wanted to at least give myself the opportunity. Zero experience. I never threw a punch in my life until I joined the gym. I compete. I've been competing for probably, since I started. I had a little bit of a few month buffer to get the basics down, and then I started in the summer. I think by the new year, like 2019, I think I had my first smoker. Um, yeah, I'm a budding professional kickboxer, I suppose. There's so many memories. I mean, it's I've been here so long, and this has been such a part of my daily life that like it's just been a blur. Like, I know I just said 8 years, but God, it just feels like yesterday that I started walking in here for the first time. Um, I just remember all the laughs. Like, it just seems like we're always shit talking one another and having fun. Um, all of them. I take as many classes as I can take. The conditioning classes, the striking classes. I mean, what started me, and when I first started, what kept me coming here was like the amount of detail and the explanation. The trainers here, I'm really fortunate. Like, I grew up with a sports background, and I have had a lot of great teachers, and I've been able to differentiate, like, growing up, like, oh, what a good teacher is and what a not great teacher is. And here, when I first started, like, the amount of detail and the way it's explained, and why, there's always an explanation to why we're doing the things that we're doing. And having that level of detail really solidified in my brain that, like, this is a good place to be if you're interested in learning. When I first joined, I didn't have a lot going on in my life. I was working like 7 days a week, and I was miserable. And when I first joined, I was just kind of looking for a hobby. And what I gained instead was a community. I gained people in my life that could kind of, I don't know, like, if you started going down the wrong path, or you started kind of being a piece of shit, people that cared about me enough to course correct me and point out, like, hey, this isn't like a great viewpoint to have. And luckily, I was at a point in my life where I was willing to listen. And through the 8 years that I've been here, I I shudder thinking about who I was. I'm lucky that I'm here. I'm lucky that I found goals. My goals are to be a professional fighter. I I want to do this. My goal is to do this as long as my body will allow it, or until I get knocked out 3 more times. We'll see. One of the two will happen. My goal is just to be the best fighter that I can be. I'm already, like, inherently, by fighting, I will be fit. Um, I just want to keep learning about my craft and trying to get better at it. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen, but I just want to keep trying to be better and enjoy this ride as much as I can. because I'm 31. Like, I'm only going to be able to do this for so much longer. So I really should start thoroughly enjoying the time that I have left. When I first started doing this, I really wanted to win an amateur belt. Like, that's all I really wanted when I first joined, and I did it. And it didn't necessarily bring me the joy that I wanted. I think. What was the question?
What's one milestone you're proud of to have hit since joining 10 Kicks?
I don't know. I don't really have a milestones. I think more so I'm just more happy that I just get to be around good people and I get to spend my time with them. I guess the milestone is that, like, I made a I got to be a part of a community, and I got to make friends, and I have people in my life that care about me. Like, that matters so much more than any milestone or belt or win or whatever. It's relaxed. It's very relaxed. It's very fun and welcoming and so kind to people that have misunderstanding about like what expectations are. I think there's a negative what's the word? A negative
Connotation.
Negative connotation towards like fighting, and how, like, when you walk into a gym, it might be a bunch of meatheads and people just beating each other up, which is real in some gyms. Those do exist, but I think we go against those stereotypes and make a conscious effort to create the opposite of those environments, to make it as welcoming and inclusive to people of all levels. Welcoming, fun. What's another good word? Joyful. I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't have a great vocab.